Hello, everybody. Dr. T here. Just another non-textbook advice, material, guide. Okay. Something I've learned along the way as well, and this is probably very true for female therapists, but also for males, is how you dress. This can very well can make or break the beginning of the first session. So if I am going to be seeing children, I will not dress in a suit or a pantsuit. If I'm going to be seeing an executive, I'm not going to be in, a skirt and a golf shirt. So the idea is you really kind of want to dress for the population that you are seeing. Of course, if you are going to be seeing clients from children on up, this is a great approach, is to layer. This is for women and for men, is to maybe have a soft collared shirt, but have a jacket available, or to have a button down shirt and black pants, let's say, because that goes with everything. But have a little jacket available if you need to put that on, to be a little more professional for those clients who are on the professional side. Also, and this is for women, do not wear open-toed shoes. This can be a trigger for some clients. As we know, there are some people who have issues with feet or toes or whatnot. It can also be interpreted as more casual than for a clinical office. So I've learned, even if you have great sandals, even if you have great wedges, don't wear open-toed shoes. Okay, that's for the dress. Now let's talk about nonverbals. Okay, so a lot of us may have some nonverbals we're not even aware of. Okay, so for me, let me give you some stories from the Dr. T archives. I tend to be a nostril flare. If you watch. Okay, so when we have that going on as our nonverbal, who do you think's going to notice that first? The person sitting right across from you. So what I learned from a client, the client said something, I was trying to keep my neutral, non-judgmental face, but my nostrils flared a little, and that client said, I saw that. And I went, so what? She goes, I saw your nostrils flare. I'm like, ooh, I did not even realize that was kind of a second nature to me, to, instead of some people go, ooh, well, I went like that. That's something that simple actually interrupted the rapport. So I've learned very personally and professionally to really be aware of my own nonverbals. Also, when I think, I tend to play with my earrings, and that can be very disruptive, very distracting to have an earring flopping around. Okay. And the other thing is when I think, sometimes I'll do this. And when I look at myself on the Zoom doing that, I'm like, that looks really gross. That looks like I'm just playing with my lip. But it's really when I'm in deep in thought. So I've had to learn those three things to be very, very aware of, as those were kind of my second nature, what I've done my whole life kind of things that I didn't realize I was bringing to the clinical office. The other thing, if a client does say or relay an experience that really is difficult, abuse, sexual abuse, domestic violence, anything like that. What I've learned, and this goes back to closed-toed shoes for women, is curl your toes. Don't curl your whole foot, but just curl your toes. And that means you're in a line with the client. We can't deny what our body responds to, but we can control that response. So instead of a nostril flare or an eyebrow lift or curl your toes. And that can also be very helpful for us to be in line with our own reactions without overreacting or becoming non-neutral with our clients and allow them to continue with their story. Sometimes clients will sugarcoat or leave out information if we have reacted in a way like we can't handle it. So there's some advice that you probably won't find in a textbook, but will be very helpful when you get into the clinical office. Until next time.